today's topic for discussion is formatted IO. Remember, formatting is the most important aspect when you talk about any programming language. If you generate an output and you just display the output, output has to be there, but output also has to be displayed in the right format. So unless you do not display the output in the right format, that output actually practically is of no use. So we have a very good support for formatting when it comes to C++, and that is what we are going to explore. In what different ways can we format output in C++? I'm talking about output. Input can also be formatted to a certain extent. We'll also explore those things as we go ahead. So while we are formatting this IO, there are two very different strategies which are available, and we'll be exploring those two strategies as well. How in different ways we can go ahead formatting the output. So we here have IO system, input output system, that allows you to go ahead carrying out operations. But then I said there are two related but conceptually different ways to format data. One is a traditional way, other is a new way to format the data. Both will achieve the same results. Although both of them are going to achieve the same result, it makes sense for us to explore both of them. You'll understand later as to why am I saying so. But we will be exploring both the mechanism of formatting the data. One is by using iOS class. If you remember, iOS class sits on the top of the hierarchy. Your iStream and OStream class, whose objects are seen and cout, those class, whatever is common between them, that has been pushed into a class called as iOS, input output stream class. And from input output stream class, iOS class, comes your iStream and OStream. So whatever is common between OStream and iStream, that's formatting things which are a lot of things which are common. So all those common formatting things are placed into the superclass, and from that superclass it comes into iStream as well as it comes to OStream. So inside this class we have something called as format flags. So this iOS class defines format flags, and we can turn on or off the formatting flags to have that effect. So depending on whether you would like to have certain feature or you do not want to have certain feature, style of formatting, you just have to turn that flag on or off. Now there are several formatting flags which are available. I plan to explore all the formatting flags which are available today. In addition to those formatting flags, we also have some functions. So there are two things that we are going to look into when we talk about iOS class. One is formatting flags which are available in iOS class. We'll understand how to turn that flag on and off to have that appropriate effect, formatting effect. And second thing we are going to look at is the member functions which are there in iOS class specifically for formatting. So we're going to explore both of them while we take up this particular traditional way of formatting. The other mechanism of formatting is by using special functions called as manipulators. Now the good thing about manipulators are they can be included as a part of our IO expression. That means when you're trying to display something, we normally say cout, insertion operator, and some value. There itself we can insert these manipulators. So don't worry about them. That's the second method to format the data. One is by using iOS class and second is by using manipulators. So we'll first take up examples where you understand how this iOS class works, and then later I'll go ahead giving you examples of manipulators. Both will achieve the same results, but the way of carrying out the operation will be very different. Manipulators will be far more simple. iOS class will be a bit more complex, but we'll be exploring both of mechanism. Because tomorrow if you want to create your own custom manipulator, unless and until you do not know those iOS flags, you cannot go ahead doing anything custom. That means only predefined manipulators which are available, we will be in position to use only those predefined manipulators. And if you want to go beyond that, we need to be aware of this iOS class. So this iOS class, that's a stream from where the iStream and OStreams are inherited, has a lot of formatting flags, FLAGs. And these flags control the way the data, the input or the output data can be formatted. So the formatting of input and output is controlled by the format flags. And where are those format flags defined? They are defined in this class called as iOS. And from iOS class comes iStream and OStream. That means they are present in every stream class. The way the data is returned to the stream, that means where you insert the data into the stream. And where we read the data from the stream, that means cout say we write the insertion operator, using insertion operator we insert the data into the stream. And using extraction operator along with scene, we extract the data from the stream. Both the places we can go ahead using this formatting flags. iOS class declares a bitmask innovation called as FMT FLAGS. Now this FMT FLAGS is a predefined formatting flags. It's a variable. Now there is very interesting aspect about this variable that I need to talk about. It's an enumeration. Enumeration means collection of some kind of constants kind of thing, you can say, take it as. But this enumeration has a lot of bits and 32 to be more precise. So there are, it's a long type of variable which is there, and inside which every bit stands for one particular format flag. That means I want to turn on a particular flag, I'll have to turn on that bit, and I have to turn off that flag, I'll have to turn off the bit. But you don't have to be scared. How do I turn on and off? I don't remember bitwise operators. Don't worry. If you remember bitwise operators, that's good. You'll have low level control. If you do not remember bitwise operators, that's also okay, because there are functions which will allow you to carry out this turning on and turning off the bits. That can be done. FMT FLAGS. This FMT FLAGS is predefined in IOStream, and we'll be looking at the structure of this FMT FLAGS. It's enumeration and bit mask enumeration. When I use the word bit mask enumeration, means every bit over here, you can think about it as a separate field. Normally, if I define a structure, I'm a structure student, int roll number, char so-and-so, float so-and-so. So here you can assume that there is one variable, and every bit inside that variable is being identified as a separate member, every separate member, or rather separate flag. And we just have to turn on or off that particular flag. And there are various values that you can set or clear, turn off or turn on. Set means you'll turn it on, and clear means you'll just turn it off. And these are the various formatting flags which are available, of which I plan to give you a demonstration today. Look at them. There are quite many formatting flags which are available. Each of them is going to have a different impact when you are formatting input or when you are formatting output. Most of the examples will revolve around formatting output, but I'll also take up examples where I'll demonstrate how input also can be formatted. Both the things can be done. So let's look at a function called as setf. So there is a function called as setf. Setf. F is the flag. So you want to set the flag on. So whichever flag you would like to set on, you could pass that particular flag to this particular function setf. And once you pass that particular flag to setf, it will turn on that flag. And there is also an opportunity for us to turn more than one flags at a time. And if you want to turn more than one flag on at a time, that can be done. And to do that, we have to go ahead using pipe bitwise OR operator we can use, and then we can just turn on multiple flags on as well. If a flag is already on and you again try to set it on, no effect. You also have an additional function called as setIOS flag. Now, setIOS flag can also be used, but that will be used along with manipulators. Okay, but right now we are not talking about manipulators, so we'll focus only on setf. And how do you use it? You just say stream. Your stream object could be scene, cout, whatever object it is. As I have showed in the last statement, I say stream.setf, and whichever flag you would like to turn on or turn off, turn on, that you can pass it over here. In addition to this, we have an additional function. Now let's look at an example. So here I said setf, format flags, and formatting flag mask. Now why is this needed? Now we'll look at formatting flag mask. What is this concept of masking? There are a lot of times it so happens there are some flags which belongs to a group. Take for an example, you want to display the output in hexadecimal. By default, it's displayed in decimal system. But will it ever happen at one particular point of time, a value is displayed in octal, hexadecimal, decimal, everything at one go? It will either be octal or be decimal or it will be hexadecimal. Or we are trying to justify the output. It should be left justified, right justified. It cannot be both at a time. It cannot be both left and right at a time. So in that case, we can go in for this kind of mechanism wherein we use for the mask. Okay, I'll show you an example as to how that mask can be used to turn off the flags which belongs to a particular group. Now, when I use the word group, I mean, when we are talking about justification, you can either be left-right justification. When you are talking about numbering system, it can either be hexadecimal, decimal, or octal system. When you are talking about floating point values to be displayed, they'll either be displayed in scientific format or they will be displayed in fixed format. You cannot have at one time both the formats. So accordingly, we'll be using this mask to exclusively turn on a particular flag from a group. Now, from a group, you should turn on only one flag. So if numbering system you are handling between hex, octal, and decimal, you should turn on only one flag. It should not happen that multiple flags are turned on. That means you have turned on all the three flags, hex, octal, and decimal. तीनों flag on करके कैसे चलेगा? How will the system decide? Even if you turn on, you will get unexpected results. you will not be in a position to determine how exactly the output will get displayed. Now, in that case, we'll come across this version wherein we are going to pass the mask. Here we go. Look at this example. I said cout.setf, iOS left, iOS adjust field. Now, this left belongs to a group. What is a group? It can either be left justified or right justified. So, if I turn on left, right should be turned off. So here I'm passing left. So by default, I want right flag to be turned off. So adjust field will do that thing for you. Likewise, अगर आप numbering system की बात करें, I'm saying turn off hexadecimal flag को turn on किया अगर मैंने, तो I'm going to say base field. So when I use the word base field, that means octal and decimal will be turned off. Had I passed over here decimal, then hex and octal will be turned off. यानी तीनों में से एक ही on हो जाएगा. Likewise, floating point value अगर आप display कर रहे हो, you can either display that value in hexadecimal, you can either display that value in scientific notation, e exponential अगर आपको याद है. And second way to display it is in fixed format with a decimal point and 6-digit precision kind of thing. So in that case, you will have to use this float field. So there are groups. Some flags are mutually exclusive. That means within left and right, only one should be on. Within hex, octal and decimal, only one should be on. Within fixed and scientific, only one should be on. So in that case, we can go in for this group flags, which can be used for masking. And you want to turn off a particular flag, you have another method called as set unsetf. So unsetf means whichever flag name that you pass, that will be just turned off. So if I say cout.unset iOS decimal, so a decimal flag off हो जाएगा. But if you are not turned on octal or if you are not turned on hexadecimal and आप decimal को off कर रहे हो, it will not have any effect because that's by default. Okay. Suppose you are using manipulators. So to carry out similar operation on setf, you can go in for function called as reset iOS flag. The way we had seen setf for flags and then set iOS flags, that was a function to handle manipulators. Likewise, unsetf for flags. And agar aap manipulators use kar rahe ho, which I'm going to discuss later, we have another function called as reset iOS flags. So suppose I'm displaying the output. Now whatever is the value that will get displayed as it is. It is not like C. By default, floating point values are always displayed up to 6-digit precision. That does not really happen in C++. If I say cout insertion 12.24, it will display it as 12.24 only. I would like to display it in fixed format. It is by default in the fixed format. I could just say cout setf iOS fixed. So I have turned that particular flag on. Okay. If I have turned that particular flag on, and now if I want to display the value fixed, when I say, it will be displaying up to 6-digit precision, which is the default behavior for fixed. But for that also we can control the precision if you want to. I said unsetf fixed flag, and then when I display the value, it will just display it without that 6-digit precision and so on. And if you are using manipulators, you could have just said reset iOS flags, iOS fixed करके you could you reset it as well. We could also say, I think we need to take a demonstration. I gone ahead wrong. I should say cout.setf. Instead of insertion here, this insertion should not be there. I should just say here I said cout.unsetf. Here I should say cout.setf because it is a member function and it has to be called cout.setf is what I have to say. So I will see in an example, I'll be making some changes. So there are a lot of flags. Let's explore the notes later. Let's directly jump ahead with an example demonstration. This is what we should have said: cout.setf, cout.setf, and cout.unsetf. And agar manipulator, we can just insert it into the stream. Now what I'll do is, I'll go with an example for you all. Okay. So let's go ahead with the demonstration. I'll take a simpler example first. Now let's go ahead. Now let's see the output over here. We are trying to debug this particular program now. Everybody have a look at the screen. So what we have some variables that I have defined over here. There is a variable j in which I have a negative number. There is an integer variable I in which I have a positive number. There is a string that I have defined, array, in fact, character array, in which I have stored something called as Anil. So that's what we have defined now. Now let's start tracing this particular code from here, from this particular point. So let's say F7 and let's start tracing the code. Here we have some variables that have been defined. Let's debug the project. So we have some integer variable I, j, in which I have a negative number, an integer I in which I have positive number, a character array in which I have stored something called as Anil. And that's how we have defined. Now, when we have this integer variable I, its value we are trying to display. I say value of I is equal to I. So when I display it, it's just a common way of displaying. Look at that value of I in decimal 100. That's a common way of displaying the result. So output is going to get displayed in decimal format. So that has got displayed by default. But you wanted to change the numbering system. From decimal, you had to switch over to octal or to hexadecimal and so on. What you could do, watch it now. I'm invoking function called as setf. This function is been called by using cout. Remember, cout is an object of class OStream, and OStream is inherited from class iOS. So from iOS class came in OStream, and from OStream we have this object called as cout, which has this method called as setf. Here I'm passing two things. I'm saying iOS hex. So I'm saying turn this particular flag on. There are various flags. I'm going to explore all of those flags which are available. So I'm saying iOS hex. I'm saying turn this particular flag on. At the same time, I'm saying iOS base field. Now, when I'm saying iOS base field, by default, decimal flag is on. Now, what we want to do is we want to turn off the decimal flag. Okay, and we would like to turn off the decimal flag, and hex flag we like to turn on. So this base field will make sure if I'm turning on hex in the group of base where hex, decimal, and octal. So when we use this mask, somebody asked me a question about sir mask, explain कीजिएगा दोबारा. So when I use this particular masking flag, what it will do is it will turn off all the three flags you can assume, and whichever flag you have turned on, only that flag will be turned on within the group. That means inside hex, decimal, and octal, only one of them should be visible, others should not be visible, others should not be on, only one of them should be on. This base field will achieve the particular result. So you do not have to explicitly turn off decimal. Note, decimal is by default. We have turned on hex, so decimal had to be turned off. You don't have to worry, this masking will do that effect for you. So we have masked it, and we now display the output. Watch the output now. Same output has got displayed in hexadecimal. But then if you wanted to in octal, so I say iOS octal, but at the same time I'm saying iOS base field. The moment I say iOS base field, what's going to happen over here now? When I say iOS base field, hex will be turned off and octal will be turned on over here. Octal will be turned on. So it will automatically turn on that octal. Let's run this particular code and see. Here we go. So by default we had in decimal. Now we are displaying hexadecimal. Otherwise we are displaying octal. But remember in series also I said, if you ever plan to display our output in a numbering system other than decimal, it is our duty to make sure we always display the base. Somebody who's looking at this particular output may feel we have displayed three different integers, 100, 64, and 144. But actually it was the same number 100, which was displaying three different numbering system, hexadecimal, decimal, and octal. So it is our duty to make sure that base is also displayed. Now to display base, we have additional flag. So I am saying iOS decimal on कीजिएगा. I'm saying iOS base field चाहिए. अरे base field was a group flag masking. So now it will turn off octal and turn on decimal. So that's not good enough. I display the result. So again 100 has got displayed. Where is the base? Okay, so I can, if I want to show the base, I can just say show base. So I said set a iOS show base. So henceforth, when you display the output in any numbering system other than decimal के लिए it will display 100 as it is. But if it is octal, if it is hexadecimal, it will also ensure base appropriately gets displayed. Look at this now. When I say display show base is already, I have turned it on. That flag I have turned on. I turned decimal flag on, and this is a masking that will turn off the other two flags. Output has been displayed. Let's check what output get displayed. For decimal, it has got displayed as it is. Now I say iOS octal and then iOS base field. Now when I say iOS octal, octal flag is turned on. But when I'm saying iOS base field, the other two flags, that is decimal and hexadecimal, will be turned off. But we have also said iOS show base. Now till the time I do not set this particular flag off, till that time whenever you go ahead displaying output in octal or hexadecimal, base will automatically get displayed. So this was one such formatting flag that ensures base gets displayed if the output is in a numbering system other than decimal. So we now display octal. Have a look at that octal. Can you see that base 0 that has been displayed before the octal? But if I now put it at hex, and if I display the hex value, can you see that OX base that has also been displayed? So this is how you can make sure base gets displayed. You just have to turn off this particular flag, setf iOS show base. So when I turn on this particular flag, henceforth, whenever output is displayed in decimal or hexadecimal or octal, it will get displayed, not decimal. Now I have a number that is 2000. If I display this number 2000, I'm going to display it in uppercase. Now what do I mean by uppercase? Hexadecimal has a lot of alphabets. From A to F, we have various alphabets which are there. We want those alphabets also to be displayed in uppercase. Plus the base, here we have OX as a base, 0x as a base. This X is also in small case. So we want this X also to be in uppercase, plus whatever alphabets which are a part of my hexadecimal value, they should also get displayed in uppercase. If that's your requirement, you have to go in for another flag called as uppercase. So I'm first turning on hex. Note, masking will turn off decimal now. or decimal octal, whichever is the previous flag which is on, that will now be turned off. After that flag has been turned off, hex will be turned on. I also say show base and I display the output in hexadecimal. But when I'm displaying hexadecimal, ये तो normal ही display हुआ है. X is also small, and in 2000 is represented as 7D0 in hex. That D is also small. But if I now use iOS uppercase and if I display the same hex value once again, watch what is happening now. Not just that X has not just got displayed in uppercase, the D, which is a part of my hexadecimal value, that has also got displayed in uppercase. Okay, again turn on decimal and I say base field. I have a number like 1, 2, 3, 4 and I display this number. So when I'm displaying this number, 1, 2, 3, 4 has got displayed. Now there is nothing special. You displayed 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 has got displayed. But keep in mind, the value of this particular variable I was 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 requires 4 columns of output. So actually 4 columns of output has got allocated and they have been filled from right to left. But how will we get to know? यहाँ तो लगता है कि the output is left justified because it's appearing on the left side of the screen. That's not the way it is. C++ and C both first judge, output system first checks how much is the column width which is required for that output to display. Now when you're trying to display 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 column widths are allocated required to allocate 4 column and that is print from right to left. So by default all outputs in C and C++ are right justified. So currently also it's right justified, but we cannot make it out. Now to understand that, let's see what I'm doing. I'm saying iOS right, iOS adjust field. Now why am I using masking as adjust field? Because justification can either be left or it can be right. So if you are saying right, then left should be turned on, off. If you are saying left, then right should be turned off. So adjust field will do that. Masking will do that thing for you because ये group flag है, right and left. जैसे hexadecimal, decimal, octal एक group में था, वैसे left and right justification एक ही group में है. So I turn right flag on and I display the result. Let's see the result. You will wonder, पहले वाला result और ये वाला result एक जैसा ही है. Then I say left and I go ahead displaying the output. Now let's see the result. If I say left and now let's see the result, that has also got displayed the output in the same fashion. So तीनों भी output have come exactly in the same fashion. Now this is always going to be the case because what's happening in this case, 1, 2, 3, 4 number I की value display करने के लिए we are requiring 4 columns. So if you are allocating 4 columns and 4 columns are filled from right side or left side, it's one and the same. You will never get to see the difference. Justification can be understood only when the width that is allocated is more than what is required for the output. To display the value of this particular variable, we actually required 4 columns. System by default is allocating 4 columns and filling those 4 columns from left to right, right to left, right justification. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to increase the width. So note what I'm checking. I'm calling a method called as width. Ashutosh, you had a question. What's the difference between formatting function? Now this is one function. Right now this was formatting flag that I was turning on and off. Now here is a function I'm calling. I'm saying cout.width. Note I have not specified how much is the width that I would like to have. Now this width has polymorphic behavior. That means if I do not pass any parameter to this method called as width, in that case what's going to happen? It will tell you whatever is the current width which is allocated. So by default width kya hai? Let's have a look at it. By default, what's the width? So by default you look at width is 0. So what's going to happen is width 0 hai. So if you specify width as 0, if your output requires 4 column, that means that 0 has no effect. Point is, if the width that you have allocated is more than what is required for the output, then it will come into action. Output को चाहिए 4 column और आपकी width by default 0 है, so width that you have specified has no significance. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to increase the width. So I'm saying cout.width as 10. So note, if I do not pass, parameter will tell you what is the current width that has been set. If I pass, that will set the width. यानी subsequent output, इसके बाद वाला जो output है, for that output now I'm saying allocate 10 column width allocate कीजिएगा. That's what I'm saying. So if I now allocate 10 column width, and let's print the width once again and see how much is the width. Now can you see that 10 column width has now been allocated? Now I once again say cout.width, but when I use this cout.width, what is happening over here is when I use this cout.width, what actually happens is it has effect only on the next output statement. That means if I use this width once and uske aage if I display 4 5 output, only for the next output it will have an effect. So let's do that. I say I put a star and I say ENDL, and then I'm trying to display the output. So I'm printing value of I, but width how much I have set to specified is 10, and intentionally after that value of I, I'm going to print a star mark. Let's see what is happening now. So when I'm displaying this output, watch, last time also we had displayed value of I. This time when I'm displaying the value of I, output has gone on to the left side. ये 10 कॉलम का width allocate हुआ है. So 4 columns for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 plus 4 is 10 column, and star यहाँ आ चुका है. That means this output was displayed in 10 columns. But then you'll say, sir, left कैसे गया है? अरे by default जो last set किया गया था, note कीजिएगा line number 69 पे justification left था, इसलिए output left पे जा चुका है. So if it has been right, by default तो right पे आ ही जाता है. Now I'm going to, I have again displayed set the width as 10. Watch it once again, width as 10, and I display hello. Now when I'm displaying hello this time around, watch hello also 5 columns for hello, and then 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 width. So 10 column में that output has got displayed on the left. But let's change the justification to right, which is by default. So I set the width as 10. I say iOS right. At the same time saying iOS adjust field. Now when I use this method thing called as adjust field, what it is going to do is it's going to turn off the previous flag. Left flag it is going to turn off. Now I say width and I display I. Watch it. Value of I will now be displayed. Can you see that? It has got displayed on the right hand side. Earlier it was on the left hand side. Now it is on the right hand side. Total column width is 10. Okay. Then I again set the width as 10 and I display the string hello. So when I display the string hello, that will also come on to the right hand side. So there is 5 columns space, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this 5. So 10 columns it has got displayed. So by default, outputs are right justified. You could change the justification to right, or you can change the justification to left, your choice. Now, while I'm displaying this output onto the right hand side, there are a lot of spaces which you can see over here. There are a lot of spaces that you can see over here. If you thought about padding these blank spaces with some character, that's possible. And to do that, we have a formatting function called as fill. So I'm saying cout.fill star. So when I say cout.fill star, that means henceforth, whatever is a blank space, that will get padded with star. So let's go ahead. So I have this output. So I'm saying cout.fill star. Here we go. Okay. Watch this. High pause has got displayed. But how is this high pause displaying? It has displayed high in 10 column. Huh? Watch it. High के लिए 10 column, यहाँ से लेके यहाँ तक. But pause के लिए it has not displayed 10 columns. Why is it so? Because width का impact only is on the next output. तो यहाँ दो output है. First I'm inserting high and then I'm inserting pause. So the width was applicable for only the subsequent next output के लिए applicable था, not for all the subsequent output. Only the next output that comes after that width, that will be applicable. So if I had to display high and pause both with 10 column width, तो हाई के लिए आपको अलग से आउट और पॉज के लिए अलग से आउट, और दोनों के बीच में अगेन यू हैव टू सेट द विड्थ टू 10. दैट्स हाउ यू हैव टू डू इट अगर आप फॉर्मेटिंग फंक्शंस के थ्रू आप ये काम कर रहे हो. ना आई का वैल्यू इज 99 एंड आई डिस्प्ले वैल्यू ऑफ आई राइट जस्टिफाइड है मैंने कहा, एंड आई से cout.fill as star, width I have set as 5 and I display the value of I. Watch it how it has been displayed now. So when I display this value, can you see that it has now gone ahead displaying the value of I, but how 3 stars and then 99. Remember, recollect when you are printing your demand drafts for college fees and everything, they will find this star, asterisk, and then the number that is being displayed. So that can be now achieved over here by using fill, cout.fill. I have set the width as 5. So an I ka value required only 2 columns width. But since I set the width as 5, it will now take 5 columns. And the blank columns will now be padded with star. But I could change it to any other character, and I can pad it on the right hand side and left hand side both. So this time my justification is left. I'm saying fill hash, width is 5, and I display value of I once again. What's the value of I once again? What is getting displayed? So this time around 99, and then hash, your choice. Which side you'd like to print, but it is not going to happen that you can fill it on both the sides. For that you need to have center alignment. Now that's not possible here. Your justification can either be right or it can be left. It cannot be center justified. Those who are doing Python, we have done center justification also in Python. That's not something which is now possible in C++. Left and right, but padding can be done. Blank spaces can be padded with whatever character. You can just say cout.fill. In C, we could pad normally only with 0 by default. Here we have an opportunity to specify whichever character that you would like to use to pad the things. I have an integer value -14. Up to whatever examples we have taken, we have only taken positive values. Now we are talking about a negative value as well. I is equal to -14. And now justification is right. Right justification by default here. I say fill character as 0. Now I'm saying fill character 0, width is 6. Now this particular value will require 3 columns, -1 and 4. 3 columns is what it will require. I have now set width as 6. Since I have set width as 6, padding I have set 0. And let's display the value. What's happening now? Watch it. When I'm displaying this value, it has set 000 dash, that is minus sign, and 14. So when I'm doing this 000 minus 14, so padding has happened on the left hand side. Output is right justified, but sign has been displayed over here. But suppose you wanted to do the padding between the sign and the number. That means blank spaces should be left between the sign and the number. Sign should be on the leftmost and number should be on the rightmost. If that is what you would like to do, watch it. So what I can do, I can set cout.fill 0. I have specified. I said width is 6 and iOS internal. So when I said right, left, to this right and left, left means output on the left hand side, right, output on the right hand side. But when I use the word internal, don't confuse and don't think that output will come in center. No, internal means whatever are the blank spaces that will left internally between the sign and your value. So your sign was minus, number was 14. So blank spaces will be kept between sign and the value, and they are now going to be padded with 0 because they have said fill char as 0. Watch the output, that will help you to understand what is happening over here now. So if you look at the output, what's happened? So minus sign over here, 14 over here, and blank spaces in between. So blank spaces have been padded with 0 because you have said fill. If had you not said fill, you have 3 blank space aa jate. So I have said minus and 14 internal. This was right, whereas this was left justified. This was right justified, whereas this is internal. Internal means numbers, whatever value is on the right hand side, sign is on the left hand side, spaces are internal. Spaces are internal. Cout.width is 6 is what I have said. And I said plus 14. I say again fill 0, 6 and I. Now plus 14, the only difference that will happen is now, plus sign did not get displayed. I said plus 14. Watch it very carefully. What have I said? I did, like here your number was minus 14 and now here I'm saying number is plus 14. But then although and then cout fill 0, 6, exactly what we did over here is what I'm doing. And plus internal to hey, when I set the flag, note kijega, if I call these functions and if you set the flag, it will have effect throughout. That means till the time you don't change it. But if I call some formatting function like width, in that case it will have effect only on the next output. But setf till the time that flag is on. Jab tak aap us flag ko off nahi karte, till that time that effect will be there. Now we wanted to that sign plus to be displayed, but that plus sign is not being displayed. Note kijega, no plus sign. It has shown 4 zeros. What we expected was plus sign, 3 zeros, and then 14. But that's not happening. Plus sign never gets displayed by default. To display the sign, there is another mechanism which is there. Now what is that? There is another formatting flag called as show pause. Show pause means show positive sign. Don't get confused. Show positive sign means it always show positive sign. No. Show pause will display positive sign plus if the number is positive. If the number is negative, anyway minus sign will get displayed. So your number is now plus 14. I say show pause. Okay, I say show pause and I display this particular value of variable j. J value was negative if you remember. So j का value negative है, तो negative number as it is has got displayed. It was 5, 6, 7, 8, but since the width is 6, minus यहाँ आ चुका है, एक 0 बीच में आ चुका है. But our I का value is now plus 14. Let's display value of I and see what is happening. So when I have this I, let's see what has happened. Plus has now got displayed. Last time there was no plus sign that got displayed. Now here plus has got displayed. Here the sign was not displayed. The difference is only because of this manipulator formatting flag called as show pause. So I said IS : show pause. So it will make sure that positive sign is displayed if the number is positive. Negative है तो by default negative display कर ही जाएगा. Now I had set the width over here. I had set the width over here. 6 कहा था width, इसलिए both this output were displayed into 6 width. But now if I display the value of j, wherein the width is not being currently handled, so if I display the value of j, तो j will get displayed as it is. जितना है उतना ही display हो जाएगा. So width will have effect only on the next output. Again we check the cout.width. आपने तो width 6 set किया था, but even then if I check the value of the width is plus 0. Plus क्यों आ रहा है? Because show pause. जब तक आप show pause को off नहीं करोगे, till that time for every positive value it's going to show plus sign. So what I'm going to do is I'm saying now right side output should be right justified. Adjust field mask किया है. Minus number है. Width 10 क्या है? Show pause internal. Now minus 14. Width is 10. That means 3 column output. Width is 10. So minus will be the first column. 1, 4 will be the rightmost. तो बीच में 7 spaces आ जाएंगे. So 7 spaces in बीच में, let's see whether the output get displayed. अरे fill character आपने set करके रखा है. So minus 7 zeros and then 14. So that's how it has got displayed. Fill character we already set somewhere. Yes, fill character has been set as 0. Again I invoke width. I set the width as 10 once again. I display value of j. So 10 width में value j on the right hand side. Right hand side. Minus blank spaces have been padded with 0. Internally आ रहा है because internal flag अभी भी on है. Now I unset show pause. I unset internal. So no more plus sign for positive. No more internal blank spaces. Unsetf. Now for the first time we are using unsetf. So we unsetf, unsetf. Now I have value 36. and I go on to display value 36. 36 is a floating point value. It's a floating point value. Remember in C, whenever we go ahead displaying floating point value, it is always displayed up to 6-digit precision. Let's see what happens in Java. कोई 36.0 वगैरह कुछ नहीं आ चुका है. No 6 digit. Whatever is the number that has got displayed as it is. So if you want the decimal point, क्या करें? I now have a method called as precision. Formatting function, precision. It will tell you what is the current precision. तो current precision क्या है? Let's check. Current by default precision क्या है? अरे 6-digit precision is by default, so it should have displayed 6-digit precision. अरे but the number that you had did not have a decimal point. Now since there was no decimal point, there is no question of precision. So in that case, now what do I do is I say set precision 3 and I try to display the value. Now I set the precision 3 and I'm trying to display the value. Let's see whether it displays 36.30. It is still not displaying 36.30. By default it was 6. I changed the precision to 3. Still it is not displaying. The reason is something different. Let's have a look at this now. I have a number, and I'll answer this question as we go ahead. I have this floating point value in which I have a very large number. Say I have 30 lakhs is a number that I have. 30 lakhs is a number that I have. So let's go ahead displaying this number 30 lakhs. So if I display this number 30 lakhs, since the number is large, it has automatically got displayed in exponential format. That is 3e plus 0.6. That means 3 into 10 to the power 6 plus 6. I say fixed format. मुझे ऐसा ही स्टाइल में चाहिए था. I did not want it to be displayed in that scientific format. So I say iOS fixed float field. Float field why? Because that's again a group. इस ग्रुप में दो ही फ्लैग्स है, साइंटिफिक एंड फिक्स्ड. तो दोनों एक साथ ऑन नहीं हो सकते, तो मास्क करके एक को ऑफ कर देंगे. तो नाउ व्हेन आई डिस्प्ले द वैल्यू, watch it, what's the value? And can you see that 3-digit precision that has now got displayed now here? So you have this number 30 lakhs, 0.3-digit precision that has got displayed. That means I set it to fixed and then I had displayed. Here I had not set it to any particular format. Now I set it to scientific and I again display the result. So when I set it to scientific and I'm displaying the result, let's see what is the result that gets displayed. Scientific format में 3, note कीजिएगा 3-digit precision again, plus 0.6. Last time it was something different, 3e plus 0.6. यानी by default precision नहीं display कर रहा था. Now it is displaying 3.000 e plus 0.6. That means 3.000 into 10 to the power 6 it has displayed. I unset scientific now once again. Let's come back to this problem that we had. We had this number 36 and we tried it in different way, precision, nothing happened. Now let's have number 36 once again. I try and print that number 36. 36 getting displayed as 36. I set the precision to 6. Array, it was by default to 6. I still go on to display, it still displays 36. So what can I do? I can say fixed, float point, and also show point. Since the number originally did not have a decimal point, I now say show point. Now if I say show point, after point, precision तो आपने set किया हुआ है ना, whatever precision that you have set, according to that precision the output will get displayed. Now when I display the output, watch it, 36.6 zeros, and 6 zeros came in because of this cout.set precision 6. So I unset a fixed and then I set precision to 0, and that's how it is. Now talking about these formatting flags. These formatting flags all have been predefined in a header file. Skip WS has value 1, then 2, and then 4. That is every beta 1, 2, 4, 8 kind of thing. So these are all values which are all predefined. And where is it? It's in the class called as iOS. So inside this class iOS, all of them have been already predefined. So if you look at this class iOS, all these formatting flags have been predefined. It's a variable of type FMT FLAGS, and FMT FLAGS defines all these flags. All these flags have been already defined. If you go here, hex ka value, can you see 1 left shift 0, 1 left shift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, और आगे की भी flags है, group flags भी है. So there are so many flags which have already been defined. You don't really have to worry about these complex names. For us, there are these predefined names, iOS : scientific. So when I say scientific, it means this particular variable. And ये variable क्या है? तो 1 left shift 8. You don't have to worry about it. But then that's how that bit mask enumeration has been defined. Now have a look over here. In this example, I have a buffer, a string variable called as buffer. I have integer, I have character. And this time around with scene, I'm saying input stream के अंदर भी the flags are there. So I'm saying scene unset f iOS skip ws. So I'm saying skip white space character, or I do not say anything. Let's not say anything. Let's not say anything. So I have not said skip and I have nothing. Just like regular one. I ask the user to enter integer and a string. So I'm asking the user to enter an integer and a string. I'm asking user to enter an integer and a string. I first extract integer, then I extract a string, and I display integer, and I also display a string. Note after the string, I'm going to display a full stop. Okay. That's how simple code I have written. So let's run this particular code and see. I'm asking the user to enter integer and a string. So I enter integer 12, space, I enter Rama. So 12 has got red, Rama has also got red. Let's run the code once again. I enter 12, space, 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 tab, 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 and then Rama. So then also 12 and only Rama. That means whatever is the space and tab that I had entered over here is by default skipped. That means while you're trying to extract a string, whatever white space characters that appear before the string are white space. WS stands for white space. Somebody asked a question, what is the skip WS? So WS stands for white space. So whatever white spaces that appear before the string extraction that we are doing from HTML, they will automatically be skipped. So what is red is only your string Rama, spaces have been skipped. Now what I'll do is, that's a default behavior. So I unset a skip WS. So by default it is set. I unset a skip WS. Now let's run the in program and see the result, and let's see what happens. I enter the same thing. I enter 12 and Rama. So what has happened now? So 12 and space. That means I had tried to enter Rama. The Rama has not got added. So it has not skipped the white spaces. So let's run the code once again. This time around I say 12 and Rama. So when I'm saying 12 and Rama, then Rama is getting red. So white spaces which are appearing between are not skipped now here. So here, when I'm trying to read 12 without space, I'm entering Rama, 12 Rama, then it is reading. And if there is a, say 12, and if I put a tab and I'm saying Rama, so what is getting read and stored over there, that white spaces are not getting skipped. We wanted to skip the white space character, but that's not happening now. Let's run the code once again. And if I want to read it now, I say 12 Rama, then only that thing is getting read, because currently I said unset if. That means I have turned off this skip white space. Now I turn off the skip white space once again. By default it is turned on only. So I turn it on, or rather I do not turn off it, turn it off. I turn it on. Now let's run the code and see. Once again, for those who joined later, I say 12 and I say Rama. So that's correctly read. Not just that, I enter 12 Rama, that's also read. And I enter 12 tab space 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 Rama, that also read. By default white spaces are skipped, but if I turn it off, then white spaces will not be skipped. Then there is another one, bool alpha. So I'm just trying to cover every formatting flag which is available. I have variable flag which is of type boolean. That's nothing special about it. Boolean variables are always there, and its value is true. But if you look at this true value that is there, if you look at this true value that is there, this variable value true which is there, it's predefined. And if I try and display value true, it will display as flag is equal to true. So let's debug this particular code. And I do not really want to display it as 1 or 0. I want true to be displayed as TRUE, and I want false to be displayed as FLAC. Then you need to know about formatting flags. Without that, you cannot do that. Here we go. I display the value of flag and see what is the value of flag 1. That somebody may think it's a value 1, whereas that 1 was representing true for us. I say flag is equal to false, and I want to display that particular flag. What is displayed? It's displaying 0. I say 4 less than 5. At 4 less than 5, it's a condition. It should have given answer as true, but it's saying 1. Now that's very, very confusing. I do not want 1 and 0 to be displayed. I want true and false to be displayed whenever it is true and whenever it is false. So in that case, I say iOS bool alpha. Now, moment I turn this particular flag on, henceforth, whenever I try and display the output, if it is on, if it is true, it will display true. And if it is false, it will display false. No more zeros and ones. Now look at that. I display value of flag. It is saying false. I say flag is equal to true, and I display value of flag. It says true. I say 4 greater than 5. 4 greater than 5 returns a Boolean value, and that's false. So it will display answer as false. Can you see that? Okay, I can unset it by saying cout.unsetf bool alpha. Now, moment I say unsetf, that flag has now been turned off. So that was about bool alpha. I'm just trying to cover up all the flags which are there. And these formatting flags have been defined in header file iOS. From iOS comes your header file called as iStream and OStream. Now, since that's the case, let's see what we can do. I'll now give a demonstration where I demonstrate. Just say last time I had done it with scene dot set ws, skip ws. Likewise, right now I'm saying scene dot width. Array, last time we said cout dot width. Now I'm saying scene dot width. I'm setting the width. Now, what does it mean? Scene dot width. Output ka width we understand, but input ka width. Let's see what impact does it have when I say scene dot width. So I'm saying scene dot width as 5. I'm asking the user to enter a sentence. Watch it now. Let's trace this particular code. We debug this particular program. We are going to enter some kind of input. And I have said scene dot width, not cout dot width. I'm saying scene dot width. Okay. Sentence. There is an array whose size is 10 characters. Array, and then I'm asking user to enter. But before that, I said scene dot width as 5. So here I go. I'm going to read the data. I'm going to read the data. And I'm going to enter my name. I enter my name. So my name is 10 characters long. But if I display this particular data, here I'm saying cout.width, width value plus plus. Width value currently was how much? Width value I taken as 4 initially, yeah? And now I'm going to say plus plus. So that's going to happen. It's going to be taken as 5. Okay, anyway. So I display the sentence. Let's see what has been displayed in the sentence. HRIS, only 4 characters have got displayed. Why? Because here cout.width, I'm allocating width as 4 characters. That's okay. That's not because of which the output has got displayed. Here I said width 5. So whatever number that we specify, you will have only one less character than that. Now I have given width as 5. 5 tha, 4 tha. I have given width, this is only for displaying purpose. This is with cout, whereas this is with cn. When I say 5, 4 characters are read. Now let's see what happens. I say scene.width as 5. Again 4 characters to be read next time. So next time when I'm trying to read something else, see what is happening. Array, first HRIS, okay, and then HIKE, the HRIS and then HRKE. जब तक input stream does not get clear, तब तक 4 characters read करते रहेगा. So it has read the next 4 characters. Next time when I read once again width we have set as width value plus plus. It was 4, then it becomes 5. Now it is becomes 6. So when it becomes 6, it will now display sh. I could have taken some larger input as well. And now when you try to read beyond that, the string may be empty. Now since it is empty, it's going to wait. Let me now enter a bigger string. I'll enter some bigger string. I'll say A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So all 27 characters. Now look at, watch it. Interesting. What is going to happen? Sentence में तो आपने read कर लिया 27 characters, whatever it is. I say cout.width width value फिलहाल 7 है. तो 7th column में you are going to read only 4 characters. तो 7 columns में you are going to display 4 characters. तो watch it. 7 columns में 4 characters are going to get displayed. Let's display the width. Here we go. Okay. First ऋषिकेश के बाद का जो भी display रहेगा. Let's continue the operations and let's see what is happening. Okay. Now here ऋषिकेश के बाद enter था, that enter and those 4 characters. Now watch it. What is happening after that? अब next other characters. So here DFG 4 characters. First 4. This was for enter sign it has taken. Now DFG 4 characters. Next time HJIK. Next time 4 characters every time. See, because your scene ka width is currently 5. 5 means 4 characters going to read. And every time I'm increasing the width value by 1 character. Let's go ahead. Every time we display. Okay. So here D, 1 column width has been increased. Likewise, it will just go ahead increasing the characters. So let's go ahead increasing the characters. 1. Now let's see what is happening. I hope you're understanding what's happening over here now. Here we go. All the characters have got displayed. DFG, every time I'm increasing the width by 1. So first it was 10, now 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 kind of width. And in 15 width, 3 columns. 3 because had there been one more character that would have got displayed. But currently there are only 27 characters, so they just exhausted those characters. So I hope you understood the scene.width. Scene.width 5. When I say 5, that means you are saying maximum how much data is to be extracted from input stream. So when I say 5, it is going to extract only 4 characters from input stream. So just 4 characters have got extracted from the input stream. Let me try this unit buff. So you need to be very, very careful when you are looking at this unit buff. First, let me mark this as comment. Now tell me, what is an output that will get displayed when I say 1 and 2? and ENDL. Okay, that's very clear. 1, 2, and next line. Now see what's going to happen. I say, I trace this code. Okay, I say cout dot unit buff, and then I again display the output. Let's see. If I say cout unit buff, again I display the output. Let's see if there is any difference. So it's the same behavior. You cannot get to see any difference. So let's trace this particular code and see if there is any difference. Now when I say debug, watch it very carefully. I said 1. So when I say cout 1, what must be the output on the console? Buffer is not full. That means 1 has got into the output stream buffer, not to the console. And since it's in the buffer, let's see on the window, there is no output. Now when I say 2, now what is the output? Because that is also gone into the buffer, and buffer size is pretty large. Till the time the buffer doesn't become full, or you do not flush, or you do not close the stream, or you do not press /n till come to the screen. Now let's see. Now the moment I say ENDL /n, have you got that output? Now let's have an impact. Let's see what's happening over here. I say setf iOS unit buff. Unit buff, that means we're saying my buffer size is 1. Now if my buffer size is 1 character, what's going to happen? Moment anything goes into buffer is going to become full. And if the buffer becomes full, output will be automatically transferred to the console. Okay, destination. Let's see now. I say unit buff and I say 1 and I say 2. Can you see 2? I hope this is clear now what has happened.
Yes.
Unit buff, by default, buffer has a large size. Buffer size is several thousand characters. So that buffer, until it does not become full, whatever data that you send to insert into CIN, that will remain inside that scene itself, inside the buffer of the output stream. You will have to say flush, you will have to say /n, you will have to clear the stream, something you will have to do, or you have to close the stream. Then that output is transmitted to the device. Now, if I say unit buff, that means my buffer size is only 1 byte. Now, since my buffer size is 1 byte, whatever data you send to that buffer becomes full. And since buffer becomes full, default behavior is transfer the data to the device. Now, currently my device cout is by default associated with monitor. So output stream is by default associated monitor. So output has gone to the monitor. And we could have done the same thing with files as well. We could have done the same thing with file as well. Okay. इसका एक advantage दिखाता हूँ मैं आपको. I'll just show you an advantage. Why should we go in for it? Say, I had a program in which I am displaying hello and I am displaying dear. I run this code. Hello and dear is what I am displaying. Nothing special. So what? So hello dear correctly get displayed. But there can be a problem. Say while this program was running, someday this program was running, and it so happened before this program was about to close, something went wrong and program crashed. You are displaying hello dear and program has crashed. Now if the program has crashed, your output was still in the buffer and the program crashed. So since the program has crashed before the output, unfortunately this has displayed, but it could have also so happened the output would not have got displayed. Here before it has flushed the stream. Other way to do that is I could have just said cout.close or cout.flush. But if I want before aborting the program output should have been displayed, I could have kept it as unit buff. That will ensure that whatever is the data inside the buffer before the aborted, the output will also go ahead displaying onto the console. So that's one advantage. Here abort has done that particular thing for you, but that is not the standard behavior. It may or it may not. You will make sure that data is goes to the device. So hello dear has definitely been displayed. That one possible thing that you could do with that particular thing. So I could do unit buff with files as well. That we'll see later. But unit buff means take the buffer size only as 1 byte. And 1 byte means anything you insert into the buffer is going to become full. Anything you enter in the buffer is full. I think it's better that we stop for now.